Waiting for Pam I am. Wow, this has a mind of its own. Hello, I ought to put my mic in here and just. Hello. Well, there you are. Hey, Linda. Hey, Les. Hey, Richard. How you doing? I'm waiting for Pam, obviously. I keep thinking I should have a mic in here. Hello? I should just put my mic right there. So, how is everybody? Well, we got some news, perhaps. Perhaps. It sounds pretty interesting, actually. I think I will put it the other way. Seems like there's more room for it if I turn it around the other way. Yeah. It's a little more room. Yeah. Hope Pam makes it in. Otherwise, I'm wearing this hat for nothing. You're going to a birthday party? Cool. A birthday party? I wasn't invited. No. Oh, my hair is so flat now that I had that hat on. Now it's frizzy. Oh, yeah, just all over the place. Just throwing my hair around. I know, I'll put this one on. Because I'm feeling like I'm pretty bright. Hey, Linda. ocean making waves and navigating a lot of Mercury retrograde stuff. But not right now. Okay, let me get myself back to my right tab here so that I can see you, what you're saying. Okay, we can stop screen now. Hi there. Okay, Richard, that's fine. You can always look at it later. The video I'm referring to is also posted on Woo Crew Lounge. Not in the chat, but on the actually on the wall of the lounge. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, it's a Lisa Haven video. Hi, Marie Bon. Okay, so there's enough people, and my I'm feeling pretty bright. And it's telling me there's only 4 of you. I'm feeling pretty bright right now. I'll tell you why. It's interesting when you come across, when you have something like I came up with in meditation. Oh, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe? It was definitely before spring sprung, and could have even been a month. But remember when I said it sounded like I was getting some intel? You remember when we, basically talked to the council? You remember when we were talking about, looks like around May or June, I was hearing that the ships are coming. And it's going to be obvious. They're not going to hide. Okay, I hope that's going to happen. I hope it's true. But as we know, there's no way of knowing until it actually does happen. Oh, there's Pam. So then I hear this, that on Lisa's video, that John Ratcliffe just let it go, that there was, during Trump administration, and I've been saying there's something going on under the surface. Something is going on under the surface. I don't know what it is, but it's getting ready to boil over and will be something to be happy about in March. There's your hat. Neener. I got the hat. I fixed it. Yeah, that there'd be that there would be something to be happy about in March. I'm not saying this is it. There may be another thing to be happy about in March too. There may be a lot of things even. Well, one thing is it's spring, but other than that, but on Lisa's show, she was saying that John Ratcliffe let it slip that during the Trump administration tacked onto a COVID bill was this little thing about 180 days from the date of that bill that went through. Massive disclosure was going to happen, was supposed to happen. Everybody was, I guess, all the agencies, even the spy agencies, were told they got to cough up all the information they got. He snuck it in on a COVID bill. Good going, Mr. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, that's funny. I'm like, so he managed to sneak in massive disclosure on a COVID bill. This is just tickling me. I just can't tell you how funny I think this is. This is hilarious. So now, if that's true, if you remember, I was told that the ships would start showing up right around May, June time, right around there, and that they would not be hiding. Now, this is interesting. Of course, I think somebody would want to block this. They'd try to find ways to block this. But if the sky is full of ships and the order is disclosed and people are all clamoring for disclosure because there are all these dang skies in the ships, I don't know how they're going to write it off, right? How are they going to write it off this time? The ships are going to be right there in the sky. And it was already signed and went through. If that happens, the lid is going to come off in a big way. Now, we can't, count our chickens before they're hatched to make a Easter reference. However, if this happens, hi, Denali. Hey, let's put some intentions towards making this the truth. Making this the reality. Because that would be so funny. And then that would be the thing roiling around under the surface. Because as we know, I mean, a lot of people have been feeling there's something bubbling around under the surface with the red guy and the blue guy. If this is what it is, that's hilarious. A sunglass tan. Oh, you've got a picture in there with a sunglass tan? Cool. Oh, I see. The emote. Well, I'm going to say it again, just because more people came in. Denali was there. I know you were there. I know a lot of you were there. Denali, remember when we went to talk to the council? And were you here when I said, I think I got in meditation that there are going to be ships showing up soon? And they're not going to be hiding. It's going to be like May, June time period, somewhere in there. And they're not going to hide. It's going to be obvious. They're going to stop hiding. Guess what? I stuck a video on our wall, on the lounge wall. John Ratcliffe has just come forward. This is Lisa Haven's video. John Ratcliffe is saying now that during the Trump administration, tacked onto a COVID bill that he had to sign was a little thing that said, within 180 days of this being signed, all of the government agencies that have info on UFOs have to cough it up and make it public. Oh man, I hope this is true. Yes, because this would be so funny. Because if it's all true, that means, okay, they're probably, somebody's going to not want it to happen, and they're probably going to try and fiddle and screw around to buy more time so it doesn't happen, or say it's invalid because of yada da. And maybe that's even why they wanted to do the impeachment and everything, is to make sure that they could say that none of that is valid. We don't have to do that now. Except, what are they going to do if the sky is all full of ships? What are they going to do? I mean, picture this, and the way I'm picturing it is, this would be so great if it comes true, is that the sky, we're seeing more and more and more, and really a lot more UFOs. People all over the world seeing these UFOs, right? And the date comes due that they have to disclose. And it's just like people are saying, what's going on? What's going on? And it's like, how are they going to get out of it? How are they going to get out of it? They're going to have to disclose. They're going to be forced to disclose. And this is actually what we asked for, isn't it? Yeah. This is great. Yeah. See, that's just it. That's what I think is going on, Denali. I think what's happened is, remember what we asked for. We don't trust our leaders anymore to make the right decisions for us. There's an awful lot of us that feel that we want to get to know our space brothers. We want to know you. We want to see you and know that this is a real thing. And, we don't want to be blocked by politicians anymore, by our political system anymore, from this knowledge. It's not fair that we're being blocked from this information. Right. So I'm sitting here just thinking that would go right along. It's like that would in effect be backing us up, and backing him up is not being a liar about this. It would back him up as maybe having some kind of info, some kind of knowledge. I don't think this is going to get swept under the carpet so easy. If they're hanging out in the sky, then they're going to have to cough up what they know. If you got ships all over the place hanging there up in the sky, as obvious as everything, come on. How are you going to keep lying and lying and lying and lying and obfuscate it? This probably got some people shaking in their shoes. Oh no, now we're going to have to tell the truth. Woo-hoo. And then what happens after that? What happens is we find all this technology that's been held back. Yeah, the very same technology that could keep your loved ones and relatives from dying of things like cancer, and the knowledge that we never had to fear any kind of pandemic at all. Really, there are ways to take care of everything. Oh, but then, how do you think people are going to feel about that? Being that duped? Because if the advanced technologies come forward that I've heard about, none of this crap that happened to us had to happen. It could all have been solved easily. We wouldn't have had to fear anything. It'd all be just total BS, which it was anyway. But, I mean, so much of it was just bogus. So, yeah. So basically, Well, yeah, that would be why they were trying to impeach him, is so that, or to cast a shadow over that order, because if he's no longer a president, because remember, presidents stay presidents. They don't stop being, they call him former president, but there's still a lot of things that go with being president even after you're out of office. So if they could somehow discredit him and so on, they may be able to stop that bill. But if they can't stop that bill, what are they going to do? If there's craft in the sky hanging there, and in order to say, tell people what these are, and the very ETs themselves are there going, "Hi, y'all, how you doing?" Mind speaking with people here and there. Huh? How you doing? How are you going to keep lying? There's got to be people with brown trousers right now going, "Oh, holy crap. You know, we're going to have to tell the truth. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us when they find out what we've been holding back." Yeah, some of these politicians are going to get their butts burnt if this happens. So now, we being the god and goddesses that we are, maybe not quite as aware as some of them. We haven't quite got to that point yet, but we sure seem to be intending pretty well. Our intentions seem to do pretty well. I mean, my intentions sure do seem to show up. So my intention is going to be from now on, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. And if it does, well, then my opinion is the future is going to be bright. And I'm going to feel pretty smart. Because we're going to be sitting here going, I knew that. People are going to be going, and we're going to be sitting there going, yeah, we knew. Tried to tell people, nobody listened. But there you go. Yeah. Hi. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Ah, ah, ah. Well, the thing is, his name never would have been Jesus, though. It couldn't have been. That was a Roman invention, Greek. It's a Greek name, means Hail Zeus. That was probably the story of Master Yeshua, of a rabbi named Yeshua, who did a lot of miracles and who was crucified. And the Jews have a record of that guy. But Jesus has no other historical record outside of the Bible, and was probably the Jesus that sits in judgment's probably a Roman tulpa. However, and Jeff Dougherty talks about that a lot, although unless you've got a strong disposition and can handle things, you don't want to you don't want to, you want to go in there knowing that he just doesn't care. He'll send your hair. So yeah, we're not gonna worry about that, because I'm sure the one that they call, that's why I keep saying the one they call Jesus, because he'll come to that. If it depends on your mentality and your consciousness on which one of the Jesuses you're going to get in touch with, because there will be the fake plastic Jesus, the ET Jesus, and actually Yeshua, probably, and they'll all be available depending on your state of consciousness at the time. So And yeah, people see him, he knows who they mean when people are calling him. The universe isn't stupid. Mm-hmm. And neither is he. Okay. We can see the craft, we can see them around the moon, we see them here around the earth. Yeah. And not, and even though we do, they still try to act like, pardon me, boy, does my nose itch. My mother used to say, when your nose itches, somebody's talking about you. But yeah, we see them, and we acknowledge them. However, they won't freaking, the agencies that actually know something won't freaking acknowledge them. I mean, 80% of the population knows that there's something out there. They believe that there's something out there. Now, it's 80%. That was the last thing I heard. There, far more people believe that we are not alone than believe that we are. And basically, right. I mean, well, actually, yes, obviously, Linda. I mean, that would be part of the great revealing. And this is the time of the great revealing. Ta-da! This is what's really been going on. That's what we're in right now. We're in that time period. So yeah, it's time to know. It's time for us to know. We were never alone here. What are the churches going to do? I had a discussion about this with somebody. Well, the churches better get themselves ready. That's all I can say. They'll probably turn around and point to, oh, in my father's home are many mansions. Okay, I hope so. So, hey, Aaron. Yeah, so I think, hey, Leo, I think we really need to put intentions toward this not being blocked. And just as the new moons come between here and there, make sure that we're one of the affirmations, one of the intentions that we set is disclosure. Disclosure in June. Disclosure, disclosure, disclosure in June. Disclosure, disclosure, disclosure. It'll be part of the musical that I'm writing. Yeah, the churches, some of the churches are going to go, it's demons. 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 But, and I don't think so. I think the message I got was what's going to show up is not going to be demons. Although, yeah, are there some that are demons? Probably. I mean, it's a big universe. I would expect that there were some that could fit that classification pretty well. But the ones that are going to be showing up all over our skies are not. I'm choking on my own spit again because I'm excited. Okay. Hey, Aaron. Yes, and Leo Medic. Hi. So I think we better prepare ourselves to look pretty smart. Do you think there's anybody out there? Come on. Yeah, I bet there's some people that are pooping themselves right now. Think what they're going to do. Because, yeah, and honestly, when that happens, and people find out what they have been denied knowledge of. See, then we got to really be careful, because then probably people oh dear, probably then is when we're going to see people act out, not necessarily because they're afraid of ETs, but when they find out what we could have had that we haven't been given, which is going to come out along with the fact that we got ETs. It's got to. It's going to have to be part of it. And when that happens, there are going to be people that are going to be livid angry, because there has been a lot of life-saving stuff, a lot of things that we'd find out we didn't need to have any kind of pollution. We didn't need to pay for electricity, gas. We didn't have to do any of the. We didn't have to rape the land. We didn't have to be afraid of anything, really. Everything that's been made a problem and that we've been charged for, we could have free with no problem, including health, good health, and long life. And it's been denied us. Now, those of you who have lost people, you know what's going to happen. You know how you feel. So then, why did we lose all these people? Why did we have to lose them all? If we had all this, if you knew that there was a cure for this and that and the other, and you withheld it, that makes you a criminal. You are responsible for deaths. Yes, you have genocide on your hands. Hey, it's not going to be pretty. Yes, it's going to bring a lot of societal change. We have to pray that we can do it in a bloodless way, that we can make this transition in a bloodless way, in a way that is not going to rip us up. But I can imagine not everybody is all love and light about it. You know, there are probably going to be some people that are going to be up in arms that it wasn't brought out sooner. I mean, look at what's happened to people who have tried to bring this out. Their lives have been ruined. Countless lives ruined. People died. Because they've been holding back on us. Remember, this is in-game chatter, that massively multiplayer, total immersion VR learning matrix game. Wow, I think we're about to hit a real exciting part of the game, folks. You know what we need? More cowbell. No, more singing bowl. My throat chakra needs the singing bowl. Now that I'm outside, I'm going to be getting the pollen and the mold and stuff. So I was outside today, of course. It was beautiful. Right. But it was national security. We couldn't bring it out. It was national insecurity that did it. Oh, yeah, right. Everybody had to die because of national security. Yeah, we're buying that. Oh, we understand. I know how some people are going to be. They're going to be calling for the guillotine to come back. Guillotine anybody? Let them eat cake. Oh, I don't think so. What about finding out nobody has to be overweight? We don't need all of those diet aids, health foods, all that crap, supposed health foods. What about we find out we don't need anything to run our cars? What about we find out, we'll probably find out so many things that piss us off at first. Then it'll be great. Yeah, everybody who tries to bring out the free stuff. Of course, if it's not metered, you can't have it. If they can't charge you for it, you can't have it. You can't even have a healthy place to live. They've got to give you technology that's gonna aid you and kill you. Yeah. And then sell you things telling you that it's going to make you better, create a problem, and then offer you things that solve that problem supposedly, but then that only makes more problems. That's the way it goes, isn't it? That's the way it goes. Except not forever. Okay, so this could be. Yeah, it's fake. The diet foods and all of that crap. I know I've been a victim of that system. I've been a victim of that. A lot of people have. Look at America since the health food revolution, health and fitness revolution. What's it done for us? Take a look at the population. Tell me how much good it's done. Tell me how well it works. Yeah. We're heavier and sicker than we ever have been, and more out of shape. And me included, because when you get sick in certain ways and everything is pain, which that was years of that for me. When every time you move, you associate movement with pain, it's going to be very hard for you to muster the courage to take a walk, which I did anyway, but it really hurt, when it feels like there's broken glass in all your joints. And I mean, one of the main things, fibromyalgia, that we've seen an uptick in, it's a 20th, 21st century disease. It's because of all of the fake crap is what is contributing to all of that, all of these autoimmune diseases. Yeah, it's so funny because they were putting red guy down for the wall, and now they built a wall around the White House. Oh my God. That is so funny. I mean, and then they go and build a wall around it. We don't need no walls. That's crazy. Build a wall around the White House. We're scared. Somebody could kill us. Hey, Bomber. Okay. Well, you missed the most of it. You're going to have to hit it on the replay. Now we're just discussing the possible ramifications. So what do you guys think's going to happen? I want to hear your take on this. Anybody wants to come in, let me know. I'll throw the link out there. This is going to be fun. And then it'll be weird, really weird. Because what happens when people find out we never needed money? that there are places where they do just fine without money. That there's so many things we've been told we have to have that have caused so much heartache that we really never had to have. Wow, I'm sorry. You know, I know somebody was smoking on spring when we were doing that spring ceremony because Heather smelled it. I'm sorry to hear that, Etri, that it said error. I get that every now and then. Yeah. Well, Bomber, I'll just say, you remember when we went to the council, talked to the council, we took our woo ship up to the council and talked to them and told them we don't trust our politicians. We need some help on this planet. We need some help here. And you remember how I got that message through that come May, June area, we'll be seeing a lot of UFOs in the sky and it'll be unmistakable and they're not going to hide anymore. Well, it's about that. I'm getting some corroboration that this may actually happen. And if it does, yay. Yep. Salmon and halibut. Mm. No matter what, there will be violence. Yeah, I'm afraid so, Aaron. I think probably you're right. Ah, yes, and all sorts of, yeah. And they've been setting that up, haven't they? They've been setting up the idea that horrible, that these are going to be demons. Hi, Drake. How you doing? And yeah, they're going to think the aliens are all demons, and and some of the churches are going to get wise and just say, um, you know, uh, in my father's house are many mansions. Jesus said that, and then they're going to take credit for disclosure. See, he said it. He said it a long time ago. Hey, Drake. So, you know, yeah, there's going to be all different. I think it's going to be hard to avoid some violence. As, like I said, there is going to be some acting out when people find out. Because people died over this. People's lives and careers have been ruined. Families have been broken. A lot of pain and suffering happened because they would not tell us the truth. And yeah, I think a lot of people are not going to take it well at all. And there has been this attempt to make everybody believe that we're in danger of you can always tell by what the fiction is. They're trying to incubate something, So they're trying to incubate this death battle with aliens, this all-out death battle with aliens. And what happens when everybody, though, finds out that they're not opening fire on us and they're not killing us? And will they try and make it look like some are? That could be. Are they going to plan on making it look like the aliens have come and they're attacking? I don't know. There may be some kind of underhanded plot. We're going to have to really be on our guard and be discerning if this actually happens. I keep saying if because, there's all kinds of things that can happen. But that would then put us in the positive timeline, in a very positive timeline, because we would finally have all of the lost technology. And then the future would look very bright for us. And that would be the upside. The downside is our whole society would change. And it would be very turbulent for a while. Because when poop hits the fan, poop does grow plants. It's really good fertilizer. However, it's going to be a mess. So, right, of course, I agree with that too. They're going to say, hey, you guys you should stop with the nuclear stuff. It's really dangerous. We don't like it. You could do things to other dimensions with that crap. And we've already seen evidence of that. We have seen rents and tears in the partitions between the realms, and we have been reaping the results of that and having to send back things that should never have been here in the first place. So in the astral realm, we have seen the results of this already. So I believe them. I believe that, yes, this is very dangerous technology and we should not be playing around with it. But yeah, they're going to say they just want to disarm us. Because what have they been saying? That mutual assured destruction in space. And what was one of the intentions that I said we need? We need, one of the things we need to clear. That was it. It was a clearing that I did. We need to clear mutual assured destruction right out. It's got to go. Because in that case, nobody wins anything ever. Yes. Well, yeah, we can do that. Or did you hear that there's such a thing as food printers? And this is something that could actually heal the divide between meat eaters and vegetarians. Because one of the technologies that's been held back is food printers. This is what I hear, is that if you have a sufficiently advanced technology, you can print up anything. You can tear apart the molecules of this and make it into that. And so you can have any kind of food you want. No animals need die. As a matter of fact, no plants need die. Nothing needs to die. What do you have then? Pretty much a park-like Earth, a nice park-like Earth, where people really don't have to work very hard, and all you really have to do is enjoy yourself, see what you can learn, art, music, probably the major industries would be entertainment, and theirs would turn into a great big park. But that's the best case scenario. The Earth turns into a great big park. Nobody has to work. And we can actually use our time for bettering ourselves in other ways and trading with what kind of creative ways we can trade with the rest of the galaxy. And what kind of things do we have that they need that we can trade for all this wonderful technology? That kind of thing is what's going to come up then in that case. So, we've not just got one Justin, but we've got a whole case of Justin. Hi, Justin. Yeah. Stop raping the ocean. Yeah, we've already seen how fast the earth can heal itself. I'd appreciate it if they'd stop raping the ocean. Everything, the whole earth. Now, what did I tell you a long time ago? And we saw it during COVID. The earth has systems to clean everything, to fix everything. It's already in place. It was built that way. Yes, they say built that way. It is a living machine built around a core intelligence. It is like our bodies. Her body is like our bodies. They're like living machines that are controlled and directed by an intelligence, a consciousness. She has systems too that take care of all this stuff. They just need to be unclogged. We just need to get out of the way. She'd take care of everything. All we have to do is just stop adding to the problem for a little while and it'll all be solved. It won't even take that much of our own effort. Hi, Justin. Just in time. Da, da, da. Beavers and ducks. Oh, Aaron, you're such a ladies' man. Goats and pigs and yeah, I mean, I'd like some peacocks. They're noisy as heck, though. They'd have to have their own area to walk around in, but because they're really noisy. But yeah, peacocks. I love peacocks. They're my favorite bird. Yes, pigs are very smart. Then none of the animals would have to give up their lives for any reason. And we wouldn't have to work hard. I mean, really, the food printer alone would get rid of half of our problems in this world. Nobody would ever need to be hungry again. There'd be no hunger. But think of all the industries that would go down. Now, of course, there probably would be nothing like old-fashioned home cooking, right? I mean, it'd be like, whoa, but this just isn't quite like mom's. But, that would still be, but there would be no reason for anybody to really starve anymore. And then with the free energy, there would be no reason for anybody to be cold or not be able to go where they needed to go or wanted to go. And we'd be free to explore instead of exploit. Gee, I like that turn of phrase. Explore, not exploit. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm okay with an animal having only one bad day on the farm. Yeah. Well, it's like this. There's no need to be doing what they do in factory farming. There's no need to be doing that. They're just being jerks. I mean, the way that's going, that's just being jerks. Considering half of it gets wasted anyway, that's just crazy. It's always been crazy. And that's certainly not the way they did it in the old days. Not at all. So, honeybees, yeah, we'll have to have some honey. The bees will sure be happy, I'm sure. Can stop spraying, don't need to be spraying anymore. See, that's just it. There's so much stuff that's just total bullshit that we've had to put up with. It's totally bullshit. There's no need for it at all. And we've had to have it, and we've had to pay for it. And we think we have to have it because we have to have this so we don't have that or whatever. And then we find out this is not even true. And we all know already that most of this isn't true. It's just been set up that way. Everything we were supposed to get for free, they'd have figured out how to charge us for it. Well, it'll all be free again. There you go. Some people do, Justin. Not everybody, but some people thrive on that kind of a diet. Most don't, though. Eventually, you get the B12 problem if you don't take enough B12. So you make sure you take a lot of B12. Only thing is, most B12 comes from animals anyway. That's the only thing. And you need B12. It's very hard to get from plants. So, yeah, gonna kind of hurt some people by saying there are really no vegetarians or vegans. There is always microorganisms in your food that you're eating, whether you know it or not. Even cows eat about a pound of protein in the form of aphids and thrips and other insects that are on the grass that they eat, because you can't get away from that. So if you're a nudist, Buddhist, raw foodist, you are eating, you there's bugs in there. There's bug eggs. You are not. Nobody is really, truly, wholly vegan. Not even herbivores. Sorry about your luck. You just can't do it unless you want to kill it all. And if you kill it all, you know, so it's kind of a conundrum, really. You know, oh, yeah, you can get it from yeast. But like I said, you got to keep up with it. It's funny, too, because if you think about it, yeast is actually spoilage. That's another thing. I've talked a while ago, I mentioned how people intentionally spoiled food. That's how fermented food happened. I mean, they let it go bad. Probably it accidentally went bad, and then they realized it could be eaten and was actually beneficial. And then, they started doing it on purpose. But yeast is literally spoilage. Isn't that funny? Oh, I love mushrooms. Oh, yeah, portobello's. Herbal tea garden. Oh, man, I'd love to have an herbal tea garden again. I miss my garden. I so miss it. Um, oh, fermenting garlic. Oh, I gotta try that. Yeah, I gotta try that. Yeah, I miss my tea garden. How you doing, Micah? Yeah, at some point you're gonna eat an animal. Yeah, or bug eggs or bugs. Yeah, but if you consider them animals, then you can't get away from it. Not even, Gandhi could can't get away from it. Um, Somehow or other, you're gonna end up eating something that's alive or did live, and that's just a fact of life. But what does that tell you? It's just normal. If there's no way to get away from it, well, then that's the way the situation got set up. We didn't set it up that way. That's just the way it is. So as long as you're eating it all, unless you become a breatharian, or you start using, like I said, food printer. You put some kind of stuff in one end and rearrange the molecules and get food out the other end. Um, Upright and breathing, well, good for you, Micah. That's the way I hope we all are. Let's see, God, way back when I was back in the Flower Child era, I tried the Blue Morning Glory. I can't remember very much about it, though. It must have not been that great. But they're beautiful anyway. Oh, yes, I love garlic. Garlic and butter. You ate a porcupine, Justin. Oh, dear. Well, at least you had some toothpicks handy. Porcupine comes with its own toothpicks. Isn't that handy? Oh, what? You went through stress trying to grow garlic? Garlic is one of the easiest things to grow in the world. It doesn't take anything. If you have decent soil, garlic's going to grow. You, you, it's just, like a weed, really. Garlic grows like a freaking weed. I'm thinking of planting some out here without nobody knowing. Not telling anybody and letting it just go. Oh, that is lucky, Micah. Right. Well, that's really nice. Like I said, you can grow things in Ohio very easily. It's very fertile. I don't own any land at this point, so that's just too bad, right? Oh, a fig bush and a peach tree. That sounds good. I love figs. That tree has a fig and a peach tree. Boy, those are two of the best. That tree. The only other thing would be a black plum. You get those three together, you really have something. Oh, and the mulberries grow around here really good. If I have a place, I'm going to have to grow a lot of mulberries. I like mulberries. They're very, very easy to harvest. Yeah, garlic is easy, just really easy. And mushrooms, they're pretty easy too, actually. You just need darkness. Yeah, real peaches from, not the kind you get in the stores, but peaches from the tree, really ripened from the tree. Ah, yes, that would be a wonderful thing. Oh, is a painkiller? Blue morning glory as a painkiller. Aaron, if you want a good painkiller, plant comfrey. I can tell you that 100%. Plant comfrey. Plain old blue comfrey. And it will grow very easily. And it'll even take over your yard. But you know what? I'd give it an acre. And I would be harvesting that stuff. Comfrey is a good painkiller, really good painkiller. You want something that works, I can tell you. My cat loved it. You know what? It's easy to give to cats. It's one of the few things that's really easy to get into a cat. You know how they don't want to take medicine? You can get comfrey into a cat. They'll eat it. It'll help them too. It'll heal them up. It's a good thing to eat, to use as feed. Amazingly, my cat couldn't get enough of it. I had to tell her to leave me some. There's a funny story about that too that I sometimes tell. I just got this big raft of um, fronds of comfrey, great big leaves, like huge leaves. I mean, big as the cat with the tail extended. I mean, big as her. And the first thing she did was eat one. I mean, as big. She ate a leaf as big as she was, with her tail and all. I kept imagining the leaf in her with the stem going up in the tail, but and then she felt a lot better, very spunky, and she was happy and she was purring. Oh, 2 million sunflowers in downtown Copenhagen, Denmark, to make people happy and protest against the many high-rise. That's great. My dad was from Denmark. That's great. Sunflowers. Mm-hmm. Oh, black currants. Wow. Yeah, wine. Oh, that sounds good too. Aaron. Yeah, well, that sounds good. Well, that's all true too. But you see, comfrey does more than just help with pain. It also heals things. If there's a bone break, it heals it very, very fast. It heals it in half or better of the time it would normally take. And a wound the same way, a flesh wound, same way. You just got to make sure that it's drained and not infected, or it'll heal so darn fast. It'll heal right over. It's very healing plant. So I swear by comfrey. When I have a place, I'm gonna grow a great big patch of comfrey and another great big patch of arnica, which is another good painkiller. And by the way, my friend Paul, he's a homeopath. He sells homeopathic arnica. If you ever want to try it, let me know. His prices are really reasonable. You can get most remedies for like $5. He'll ship them to you anywhere. He'll send them anywhere. So, let me know if you're interested in that. One of these days, I'll round him up and have him on the show. It's just trying to get the schedules to match because he's got an entirely different kind of life. Yeah, here's the thing. There are some plants that really take care of themselves pretty well. Mulberry is one of them. They bloom early too in the season. And so they're one of the earliest fruits that you can get. So you'd want to have a variety. You'd want to have something that blooms in, the early part of the year, the middle part, the end of the season. The early part of the season, well, mulberry blooms very early. So by June, you've got tons of berries, enough to make pies and wine and jelly and jam. And it would be like the end of the school season. We'd be getting out of school. We'd be picking mulberries. I'm very proud of you, Micah, for not giving in. Because you don't need yet another problem. Which is the way I always looked at it. I was offered all kinds of things when I was down in the dumps, just about every drug, every kind of drug at one time or another. And I always thought to myself, I have got to get through this because I do not want to be controlled by something else. Just myself. I am just that hard-headed. That if I do something, I'll do it for pleasure, not because I have to, I don't want to have to do it, be controlled by it. I don't want to have to get another habit. But that doesn't mean you can't have some fun. As long as you don't, as long as you don't make it a problem. Only thing is, Denali, it puts me out. I usually, depend on what kind it is, especially depending on what kind it is, I just fall asleep and can't get anything done. I'll fall, or I'll just sit there doing absolutely nothing and not caring to do anything either. It seemed like it was back in earlier days, it was way different. Yeah, I don't get hangovers either, Micah. Isn't that strange? Some people do, some people don't. But I don't get hangovers. See, that's another thing. For some reason, I just never got hangovers. I think part of it is I drink a lot of water. A lot of what a hangover is making your brain swell. But, oh, I see. Well, yes, we're here to support you. Oh, yeah, with empaths, it's really hard. Yeah, we're here to support you. That's right. Try to stay positive because thoughts are things. And we'll all stay positive with you. We will all sit here knowing that you're going to be able to keep your boy. Aaron, he says he's got the perfect combination. Yeah. I used to do that when I had really intense pain and I needed to sleep. I would just have a shot of something, just have a little alcohol. It's an analgesic, and it's a muscle relaxer. And then I would just kind of drift into sleep, and it was nice. And nothing wrong with that. Hmm. It is gonna, I think positive things are coming, Micah. Yeah. She's got chocolate. Haha. Yeah, Denali's got chocolate and she's not afraid to use it. Yeah, I know. Chocolate. Hey, think of that. We'll probably be able to print up chocolate that won't go to your hips. Oh, yeah. Red wine's good for you. A little red wine, not overdoing it, but yeah, red wine's good for you. It's not bad at all. And frankly, probably better if you need to get, you know what? This is what I thought. Better to get to sleep with a little bit of alcohol, which your body understands, than to take something like NyQuil, which is like, what the is this shit? You know, the body's sitting there like, what is this? You know, instead you take a little bit of alcohol. It's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Let's just relax. Yeah, chocolate does too. There's a lot of things that they try to. Doesn't this just go along? Chocolate has benefits, wine has benefits. Doesn't it just go along with exactly what we were saying earlier? All of this information held back and why? Oh, jeez. Held back and why? Am I yawning? Held back because, you know, you got to take the pharmaceuticals. You just gotta. How do we sell pharmaceuticals if they're all happy and well? Oh, I got Klondikes up there. I got mint Klondikes up there in my freezer right now. I like the Snicker ice cream bars too. I love Denali and Aaron are talking about Snicker ice cream. I don't have any right now. Doggone it. But I love those things. Snicker ice cream bars. Oh yeah. Snicker ice cream bars are wonderful. And I don't have any, but I do have a Klondike bar waiting up there for me. And I have another thing. What did they call it? A s'more. A, a s'more cone, which is got kind of a marshmallow shell and there's chocolate in there and there's cinnamon and it's really good. That's yummy too. Ooh, popcorn every night. You know, you're making me hungry again. After working in an ice cream joint, you don't eat as much. Micah, you know, that's actually, I think, what one of the things that turned me against fast food is I worked at a McDonald's for a while. I couldn't stand the way I smelled when I got home. It was horrible. There's this smell when you work at a fast food place that you get. It's a nasty smell. You want to wash as soon as you get home because it stinks at those places. You know, it's a combination of, well, who knows what, right? Oh, that early there. Okay, Justin. Well, nice seeing you. Nice meeting you. Take care now. Have fun. Sweet dreams. Dream well. Ooh, dark chocolate Magnum bars. Ooh, yeah, they're expensive. Yeah, those are good too. Jeez. Ice cream is wonderful. You know my friend Paul. He can't hardly go to bed without having his ice cream. He's actually gone out into driving blizzards to drive to get ice cream. He's an ice cream addict. He really is. Yeah, grease and sweat at the fast food. Yeah, it's grease and sweat and onions and, and really the dried chopped up onions smell horrible. And the grease, Smell is just, ugh, it's horrible. Yeah. Klondike. I like the double chocolate Klondikes and the mint Klondikes the best, I think. What? Oreos are pretty good too, the Oreo kind. Oh, you know what? And this is another thing that TV does. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, let me see. I think I'd go down to the store and buy a pack. How hard is that? What, I'm supposed to do something else? Are you kidding me? Just go down to the store and buy a freaking cut. A whole pack of them. You get them 6 to a pack. That kind of stuff doesn't work with me. It doesn't work on me. This kind of psychological conditioning, what would you do for a Klondike bar? That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Yeah, mint ice cream. Oh, yeah, grasshoppers. Oh, those are good. Yeah. Yeah. What would you do for a Klondike bar? That is so dumb. That's ridiculous. And then people come up with all this stupid shit, and you know what? I maybe I'll do it someday. I'll make a little when I get back to producing funny stuff. I'll um have somebody walking around with a 6 pack of say, dude, why don't you just buy from 6 of them from the store right there, only $3. 3, $4. You got $3, $4. I'll go buy them for you if it's that desperate. Jeez. I got to get dressed again. Oh no. Yeah, it was funny. It was. It was stupid but funny. Yep. There's so many things like that though that I'm just like, are people that stupid? Really yawn. Oh, that's cool. For a nickel a game, Nicole a game. Autocorrect is high again, isn't it, Aaron? Yeah, my autocorrect just has Tourette's or something. It just starts spitting out things with it'll have a word and a exclamation point for no reason. It'll just start spitting out a word and an exclamation point, and then the rest of the sentence. And it's like, what the fuck have you been smoking, you damn phone? Oh yeah, the wind spinners from 2-liter bottles. Yeah. Nicole for a Nicole a game. Maybe there are a lot of old ladies there named Nicole. I don't know. Picking up all the old ladies where you named Nicole. Oh, that's right. See, the thing is, I don't drink regular soda. I don't drink regular any kind of pop. The only kind I have is like I'll get birch beer or I'll get ginger beer with real sugar or something, but I don't get like high frou anything. But you can make some really nice planners out of the bottles. There are all kinds of ways that you can make a tower, you know, uh, a plant pot. I forget what they call it, but you can grow a lot of plants that way, stacking them up. You cut off the top, turn them around so that it drains, and then you just water the top one and it drains into all the other ones. It's really a neat system, but it's like a DIY thing. I always thought that would be neat, but I don't. I don't ever get the bottles because I don't drink that stuff. Oh yeah, the campgrounds. That was great days, wasn't it? Yeah. You know what, too? My parents didn't do that. They wouldn't go camping. But when I got old enough, I did. I went camping, and it was some of my most pleasant times. But what we had instead was we had the parks. We'd go down to the parks and play. Yeah, in my day, we had this great big toy called Outside. Mom would say, go play. And you'd have to be back by a certain time. But pretty much everybody was a free range kid. Like they call them that today, and it's really weird, man. So, okay, getting late for you, Etri. Okay, I love you, dear. Okay, I hope you keep feeling better, Etri. Hugs and dream well. Yeah, that'll be fun to go camping with the kids. That'd be fun. Kids just love camping. Yeah, they do, generally. Generally, they love it because they actually have freedom. You know, it's free. And there's so much to see, and there's so much to do. Yeah. And there are some really nice ones around here. It's nice if you can get to one with a lake or something, somewhere to swim. Yeah, that's okay. I pretty much delivered my message. You can rewind, Micah. I'm pretty much that we're just sitting here to BSing right now. All right. Fun dreams. You know what? That's something I really have been intending for a long time, but it just isn't happening. My dreams are usually not fun. And I really need for my dreams to start being fun. I think that would really help. My dreams are anything but sweet, although some of them are exciting. They're not generally officially what you'd call a nightmare, but generally they kind of suck. So I don't know what that means, except for a long time I was horribly sleep deprived. And don't let anybody tell you that it doesn't take a toll on you. It really does. It really messes with your body to be sleep deprived all the time. And so for most of my life, because I didn't sleep well as a kid either, I was very on edge all the time. And then I got married and I didn't sleep well then either. And as a matter of fact, I didn't want to sleep. I didn't like going to sleep. I didn't, you know, so, and then later on, I was a vendor and I would be driving and then working and then I would still not get much sleep. There's just for years and years. And then my mother was sick and I was trying to look after her and I never got any sleep because she she needed a lot of looking after. Anyway, so yeah, you need sleep, folks. Sleep isn't a bad thing. Not having sleep will really take its toll. And not having decent dreams will also take its toll. I've got to change my dreams somehow. Back the way they used to be. How's the salmon, Bomber? I want some. We want to know how the salmon is. We want some salmon. Meow. 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 I have some salmon. I know the little kitties are probably there. The little kitty is probably like, Mom, I want salmon. Don't forget the cat. Cat wants salmon. Oh, my cats loved it, man, when I make salmon. Or any kind of fish, of course, but particularly salmon. Oh, good. Sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll get me some salmon. Hey, Max. You missed the big deal. Now we're just bullshitting about food and stuff and camping and what we're going to do this season. So how's the kitty and how are you doing, John? Yep, there is a bombshell a-coming, I think. Boy, won't that be fun. That is going to be fun. You might want to rewind and find out what I said, what I was talking about. But that's up to you. What the heck did I just open up? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, what did I do? Well, if I ever kick you out of the studio, don't feel bad. I kick myself out a lot. I hit some kind of a button and just boop, I have to let myself back in. Yeah, I tend to have to push her paw out of your plate. Ethan, you have to give her some. You have to give her a little bit. I usually bake it. I usually bake fish. It's so easy. Fish takes no time at all. Frying or baking salmon, depending on how thick it is. It's not very thick. I get Aldi's, so I get, it's kind of on the thin side and you can cook it so quickly. Okay. Okay, Bomber, we'll see you after you're done. That does sound good, though, salmon. I haven't wanted fish for a while, but now I'm kind of beginning to crave it. Broil. That's good. Yeah, broiled is good. I've had it all kinds of ways. I don't boil it, though. I haven't had boiled fish. Doesn't sound good. Or steamed. But baked or broiled or fried, that all sounds good. Gonna explode in cheese. Well, here we go again. I feel like rigging my bowl. Oh yeah, pan fried, yeah. Spices you use. Oh, I love spicing things. I just love it. I just adore it. I'm really good at it too. People have actually asked me to teach them how to do this. I'm like, how do you teach somebody to season a meal? You season it to taste. I mean, try a recipe out, and if you don't like it, fiddle around with it. Out of order. She's got this tilt sign on her forehead, right? Wow, that's really old. That's from arcade games. Hey, Nessie, how you doing? That's okay. We're just talking what you like to do anyway, and it's just food and bullshit right now. We already talked about the topic. And now we're done and we're just talking about bullshit. Just food and frolic, and that's all we're doing. It's nothing major. Just here for fun now. You have to rewind to find out what the topic was about. Yeah, just bullshit. I'm gonna disappear. Bye, you guys. Yeah, I realize my videos don't have really high production values, do they? Not really. You know what? Isn't that weird, Aaron? You say you used to get fish sticks, tater tots, and Kraft cheese and put all over the top of it. And you know what the funny thing is? When I was younger and poor, of course, I did the ramen soup thing, not knowing how bad it was for you. But yeah, every now and then I still crave ramen soup. Every now and then I want a ramen soup. I don't know why. Bomber needs a cooking show, and so do I. Maybe Bomber and I should do cooking shows. Yep. We're all on our way over to Bomber's house. She's making salmon for us. Yeah, we need cooking shows. I know. I love to cook too. You know what? I actually sing while I cook and whistle and do little do a little dance, make a little love or whatever. Don't really make love. But yeah, I was gonna say, Bomber, like you need another mother? You've got another mother coming over to live in Canada, and yeah, how many mothers are you gonna have? Bomber just wants a lot of mothers. She just likes them. She collects them. Yeah. Well, why not? Why not have a nice little cooking channel? I mean, I'm going to do that on Frugal B1TCH. I'm going to be cooking from time to time. Yeah. You know, the way we all like to eat, I figure it shouldn't be a bad thing at all to do a little cooking once in a while. Oh, you'd watch Bombers, but you wouldn't watch mine. Now I'm really insulted. Oh, you probably want to watch mine too because I cook really good too. The swearing absent-minded cook. There you go, the title of the show. Swearing absent-minded cook. I think it'd sell. I think you'd have viewers with that with a name. A lot of people would be able to relate to that, Bomber. Why do you think I chose Frugal B1TCH? Yeah, Gordon Ramsay with a bad memory. Nessie, that's a good one. Gordon Ramsay with a bad memory. You could sell that. Yeah, I think people would relate to that. Yeah. So relatable. Did I put salt in here? And then you got to taste it to see if you put salt in there. Did I put this in? Did I put that in? Wait a minute. Where did I put my dot dot dot? Where did I put my fill in the blank? Oh, damn it. Did I forget to buy fill in the blank? I've done that. I've gone to do something, to make something, and then realized, no, I didn't pick it up at the store. Dang it, I did not pick that ingredient up at the store. I forgot it. James Taylor, when you cook stews? Is there a reason for James Taylor when you cook stew? Well, Bomber, I kind of did that on Frugal's channel. I singed the pot roast, which of course does not make it inedible or anything, but it was still a little dunner than it should have been. So I said, if you singe it enough, you can do like the fancy restaurants and call it blackened pot roast. I mean, my mom used to serve that. So, my, I mean, it's not a flaw, it's a feature, right? It's not a flaw. This is what you got to keep in mind. If you screw something up, you just come up with some bullshit excuse why you did it that way, and then call it a trend. The Char Grilled channel. Yep. That'd be a good name for a channel, wouldn't it? Overcooked. Like, could put together sucky names for a channel. Overcooked. Underdone. Salty. See, she has a mom collection. Yep, I always said Bomber has a mom collection, it looks like. She just keeps adding them on. Which is weird because she doesn't have a dad collection, or do you? Do you have a dad collection? I'm just wondering. Yeah, Bomber, I agree with Nessie. Quit hoarding moms. Other people need moms too. Oh, Brent's your daddy. Who's your daddy? Oh my God. Hey, Ken, good day. Good day, mate. Oh, and Brent, there's another daddy, huh? To me, he's Uncle Brent. I always think of him as the Uncle Brent. And Uncle Don, the funny uncle. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he rich like me? Does he take it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's a time of the season for loving. Well, that would be spring. Yeah, the funny uncle. Weird old Uncle Don. I know. Weird old Uncle Don. Well, we like him though. He sure is fun, but he's weird though. You gotta look at it that way. He's interesting to watch. Yep, I know. I'll call him the funny uncle. just, just too annoyed. I gotta tease Don. I gotta tease him. I don't tease him nearly enough. It's funny because if you think about it, where did Pappy Two Bears go? I just happened to think, wait a minute, where did Pappy Two Bears go? Oh, you forgot tobacco. Oh dear. Oh, Dave's got daddy. That's what I was saying the other night. I was saying, Dave, rub that moose oil, massage that moose oil into your beard with a come hither look for Bomber. You know you like that beard. So, I don't know. Hey, I got a game. What's the first thing you're going to print up in the food printer when we get food printers? What's the first meal you're going to try and print in the food printer? Yeah, there's something about him that's grandfatherly. I don't know, but see, to Native Americans, that's a good thing. Calling somebody a grandfather is actually a, a sign of respect. Well, he was having all kinds of trouble with his internet, and I hope that's all it is. And elk. Well, that's from Monty Python. And elk. Oh, yeah. Ah, that's sorry to hear that, Ken. My dad died a long time ago. He was 10 years older than my mother, though. And my mother died a long time ago. So that's what happens when you get older. You end up with everybody being on the other side. If you're the one that lives the longest, you manage to outlive everybody pretty soon. Everybody's on the other side. Yep. Well, you know, you can actually fix your whole relationship with your family once they're on the other side because they're out of your face, not interfering in your 3D life. It's actually easier to fix your family problems once they're on the other side, in a way. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Oh, your concrete sculpture. Ooh, yeah, we want to see it. An elk. Printing an elk. Linda was a month old when her biological father died. That's too bad. You never not got to know him in life. Well, where did you see him? Maybe we could talk to him. I don't think so. I never saw anybody named Chappelle as a mod there. Yeah, now he gets to see you. That's right. If your father died that long ago, but he's seen you since. So, shungite water. Once I finish that up, I got to remember to go put it in the sun. Yep, you know what? I've had it too for the night. It's been nearly 2 hours. And I'm feeling like we pretty much talked out the subject and now we're just rambling. So, and though it's fun, it's kind of fun. It's also like time for me, after hearing all this food chat, to go and make some dinner. So have some good dreams, Linda. Dream well. I don't know if I even have a picture left of my father. I hope so. It'd be nice to see a picture of him after all this time. Yeah. Well, good to see you up and active, Bomber. I might go to SOR a little bit later for little bit. I don't know I'll be there very long because I want to get up tomorrow and go outside before it gets rainy. Well, thank you, Linda. I don't have hardly any pictures left. I did not get my mother's book. My cousin did. And it's just as well, really, with all that happened to me, I would have lost it. It probably would have, something bad would have happened to it. It's best that she's keeping it. Maybe one day I'll get to see it again. But I hope I'd have to run into my cousin again because I lost all of my information about. I lost all the phone numbers and everything. She'd be like my third cousin. So, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get to see it again. Well, Bomber, it's always good to be seen. It means you're still on this side. Don't have to have a seance to talk to you. Yeah, it's going to rain here for a while too, Aaron. Well, that's nice, Ken. Then you and your sister were the last ones he talked to, and that's nice. Yeah. That is special, dying on 9/11. That's got to mean something. Well, like I said, it's been about 2 hours, and I think I'm about to pull it down and maybe head off to SOAR in about an hour and a half. And or a little less than that. And have some food before I do that. So one of the things I'm going to say is remember you're divine. There is nobody more divine. And the truth is where you find it. I hope you're finding some here. Boy, I sure hope that what I was talking about tonight comes out. I hope that turns out to be right. And if you didn't see that, rewind. It's pretty cool. And that only leaves This is Ocean Making Waves. Now, time for you to go out and make some too. One more singing bowl. We needs more singing bowl. Yeah, it's good to see all of you. You too, Erin and Ken and Bomber and everybody. Ooh, fish and red wine also sounds good. Salmon with a little red wine. Yeah, sounds good. Well, okay. Take care. I love you. And see you on the next show, hopefully. And keep your eyes peeled and click that little bell. Like, share, subscribe, invite friends. And we're off. There you go.